Hello, I'm sharing these goodies that are about to come onto my Etsy shop. In fact, this is most of the contents of one trove of ephemera that I'll be putting on. And as you can notice, there are many, many goodies here, including all of these rub-on transfers. So, a few weeks ago, I happened into an estate sale, and because I had been in an antique shop, and the woman told me that, oh, you're interested in ephemera and scrapbooking. Well, there's an elderly lady who is in care now, and we're doing an estate sale, and there are lots of things for scrapbooking. Well, my antenna almost fell down off my head, and so I went, and I thought, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. It was probably the most superlative collection. She was also a dealer in Victoriana. It was probably one of the most incredible selection of Victorian ladies' items that I've ever seen in my life. But that's a rabbit hole that I will stay out of, because I used to sell that sort of thing when I dealt with antiques while I was still teaching. And if I had ever seen items like this for sale at prices that were just scary good, I don't know what would have happened to me. However, after milling around in the house, I noticed on the floor some bins full of things, and it was basically a you pay your money and you take your chance bin. And I decided, I picked this one, and all of the things that I'm going to be showing you today for my Etsy shop are part of that trove. So let's have a little closer look at some of the goodies in this group. Most of the things are in wonderful condition, and actually this entire trove weighs almost 1.5 pounds, and you know that paper is heavy. So I've included this lovely gilt heart, and let's see what else is here that you might, an old piece of advertising, some beautiful stickers, beautiful filigree stickers. And in here, hidden deeply, is this grouping of beautiful sticker pieces that are covered, and they're absolutely lovely. So this is the kind of thing that I found in this collection that I purchased, and it just goes on, and you'll be seeing in this vlog a lot of the goodies that I'm putting in my first share. Let's see. Interesting bits and pieces. And this lady was obviously quite careful. A piece of metal. This lady was obviously quite careful with her bits and pieces. Lovely paper doilies. 3 packages. Some of these I believe they are acid-free, handle with care. I'm trying to make up my mind whether or not that, yes, these are stick-on. There are all sorts of little goodies hidden in some of these envelopes that you don't expect to find. I believe these are heat transfers. And a sheet of these beautiful paper strips, and she's obviously used one of them. This one, this punch out, has not been used. And then multiple sheets of these stickers, a few sheets here, this sheet of stickers, and a few of these. So this grouping is going to be called Ephemera Trove number 1, in case you might be interested in referring to that when I show it in my the pictures in Etsy. So these items will be found in Ephemera Trove number 1. And, as I said, they're rather heavy, because paper is by nature quite heavy. So, since I do not wish to keep these, have no need for them, I'm going to price them as low as I possibly can, because I know that because of the weight, the shipping is going to be a little bit much, but I will make an effort to keep the price comfortable. So that's one item. This is pierced paper edging. It used to be used on shelves, kitchen shelves and dining room shelves. In fact, of course, I'm showing my age to let you know that I do remember seeing these used. There are 5 pieces here of a yard each. They are not badly discolored. As you can see, they are in rather lovely condition. And such a fun item to be using in, to be pulled apart carefully because they are still together. But aren't they quite lovely? I do, yes, bunches of grapes. That would have been dining room or kitchen idea. So this will be included. That's another item. I'm putting these down on the floor as I show them to you, because and I also found this, a piano roll in lovely condition in the original box. The box itself is even in rather nice condition, and I was tickled because of the paper. The roll is intact, the paper is lovely, but look at this paper. It's very, very satiny feeling, very fine quality paper, thin and beautiful, and isn't it just calling to be, and even though I'm sure you can think of a future use for that roller, but wouldn't this be just delightful for your mixed media purposes? And as you can see, the condition is quite lovely, including the pull piece for putting the roll in the piano. So this goodie will be coming also. Now here is something that I giggled to myself, and I said, well, don't judge a book by the cover, because this was buried in this bin of items. And I thought, well, now what have we here? Well, look what we have here. This lady was a girl after my heart. She really kept control of her items. Pieces of ephemera, stickers, and multiples of, and some more. Orchids in 3 sizes. And notice the way she she kept these pieces. Such care. She obviously loved these. Now this is waxed, looks like a waxed paper. And here's an orchid, and it's a sticker. I'm not going to pull it off because it might be something that you might be using as part of a vase, and you do not, on your art, and not want to have me peeking. More, this piece, oh, more than one, more orchids. Just a single old piece of slightly embossed paper. But she kept, you'll notice how she kept it so that she wouldn't miss it in case she wanted something that looked like that or had those colors. Violets and Victorian postal cards. 1908. This lovely piece of ephemera. It was a real Victorian symbol. And this one is just absolutely lovely. Lilies of the Valley and violets. Part of a postal card. No, I think it's the whole one. Mystery. Look at that beautiful embossed gilt on that card. More pieces of Victorian paper. And as you can see, and a few spare pages in the back that you might want to add to. So, this item will be turning up shortly. And I found this book block, just the way you see it here, covered front and back with some deliciously old, discolored book pages. And I thought, wow, doesn't this have great possibilities for use in art projects? So this will be coming to you as found. I need to keep my little cheat sheets in here so that I don't have to go through them again. What else have we here? Ah, yes. I found this goodie under a pile. This was not in the bin. This was separate, the same way the white shelving edging was separate. The only discoloration in this entire book is right here. But what a lovely future journal. A little box of cards that also had this and this and more of those pretty very delicate stickers, some gardenias, and a box of these rather lovely cards. That was way down in the bottom of the bin. That will be coming soonest, and because it is a little bit newer than some of the other things, it will certainly be priced accordingly. Well, this sweet lady, this is really, what a wonderful idea she had. More of this gorgeous ephemera bits. What are those in there? Baskets. Yes, baskets. Stickers, clear stickers, baskets. Hydrangeas. More hydrangeas. Try to get that glare off for you. And what a lovely, oh, look at these two. Beautiful girls. Let's see what they are. Oh Lord, yes, they're stickers. I had no idea stickers could be this pretty. It would be worth fussy cutting this, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. And an empty one, and I thought, oh, finished. Oh no, not finished. Is this not absolutely lovely? I'm monkeying about with this. I'm afraid I might do something to it, so I'm just going to not, because if this would not separate, it certainly could be fussy cut and glued down that way. Pink roses, roses, yellow roses. Combination. And for some reason this little tiny one is in here by itself, and that's where it's going to stay. Oh, aren't these pink roses beautiful? And a few spares at the back. I know that you might find something to do with this bit of loveliness. I do so enjoy certainly finding these things, but I also enjoy being able to pick some bits and out that I want to keep for myself, of course. Not too terribly much, but I did take maybe a 12 by 12 bin and kept some things for myself, but then I thought, no, let's share the bounty. Here is Ephemera Trove number 2. This one is number 2, and it's heavier than the other one. Goodness gracious, up is going to have to go the postage, but some really interesting bits here. And yes, she certainly took care of her goodies. What is that? Okay, I admit it, I can't stand it. We have to have a look to see what exactly this, oh, oh, orchids. Orchids. Okay. Orchids hiding in there. A few pieces of the gilt stickers. And I have to go through these, and this will be, I will be going through these and packaging them up and separating them so that you can have some of these to enjoy. And as you'll notice, yes, they are stickers, and they certainly do, with a little quiet determination, do come off here just beautifully. I'm not going to ruin. Those will be coming to the shop in the next batch, probably. And some more pretty bits of ephemera. And these are some more, I consider them more modern pieces, but they are so delightful. Bits of paper, some tags of various and sundry shapes, some embossed paper cartouche for writing, and large adhesive sheets of package. And here, what else? Oh, more of those. Some beautiful gilt, heavily embossed gilt paper findings. Martha Stewart. Embossed paper, flowers with some sparkles. It was such a pleasure that to find these. Obviously, no one in that house smoked. Obviously, not with the Victorian clothing, hats, and so forth that she had around, that you could possibly have that nicotine odor. But none of this has gotten any sort of, and these things have been around at least probably since the 80s and 90s, no odor at all. Some doilies. Let's see what else we have here. Oh yes, I remember now. Some more of these sticker sheets, multiples of those, and those. I'm saving that for last, so I can say ta-ta. Alrighty, now over here, some more of these bits of stickers, a selection of rub-ons again, and this goodie. I thought when I saw it, now what is in here? Well, let me show you. This was like Christmas, really. You can imagine this was like Christmas when I opened this. An envelope, obviously meant to be mailed. A Christmas card. And goodies for adding to and making and attaching to the Christmas card, or to use for your own enjoyment, in lovely condition. They just smell like paper. They don't even, and considering that it was an old house in Florida, no damp odor either. So this is Ephemera Trove number 2. Now I'm going to put this away into its plastic bag carefully because I have one more item and I want this cleared off. I will return momentarily. Well, I'll bet that you can imagine what is in here. This obviously doesn't belong in here, but here it is nonetheless. What a beautiful bouquet of violets. Some advertising ephemera. What is this? An advertisement for Freeman's face powder. Highest quality. My. Freeman's face powder. In an envelope. I'm wondering if there isn't a sample of Freeman's face powder in this envelope. Could be. Treasures, absolute treasure trove stuff here. Now let's go this. She has it doubled, so there we go. Freeman's face powder. And here we have a combination collection of then and nows, as I call them. Quite lovely. Quite lovely. And multiple bits in these spaces. Here's one on clear plastic. Here are some nows, and here looks like a then. Oh, I'm not going to take those out, but yes, those little ovals look like they're all different. Oh my. Oh, and what have we here? 1906. Pierced paper edging. Let me show you. I'm not going to handle it. That will be yours to do. Oh my. Embossed foil embellishments. Nice quality. Oh my, I bet they could be popped apart. Yes, I think probably with an X-Acto knife you could have many oval frames. Oh. Hello. Oh, just a picture of oldie. Okay. But, fussy cut. The heart and, oh, sorry. This kind of thing just does make your mind go like it's crazy. Oh, wowsy. I didn't see these before. Aren't these just the cat's whiskers? Heavily embossed. I would not be certain, but I would say I have a really good feeling that these are not young puppies. Clear paper, white paper. And more than one 2, 3, 4. How did she ever remember what she had? Because she had so very much. Yeah, Lord, 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 look at this. Oh, doggies. Now, if I was still selling, these doggies would be priced accordingly. And oh my Lord, look at those 2 beautiful little girls. Of course, Chicky for Easter. But let me get a little closer so that you can see that doggie. Notice the gilding. Or things way back then made beautifully. The nostrils in his nose. And here it is here. Isn't he beautiful? Doggy collectors would be tickled with that. So, this is the last piece that I have gotten pictures of, so that probably starting tomorrow I'll start to get some of them into the shop, and they will be coming probably in the next few days. And as I said, this is a then and now, but boy, the nows aren't half bad, but the thens in this album are really quite something. So, I do hope that you will have a browse in my Etsy shop, and I do so enjoy being your personal shopper, because things like this have to be shared. I keep just a tiny percentage, maybe 5 or 10% of this trove for myself, and I want the rest for you to have an opportunity to enjoy, particularly for those of you who might not have been as lucky as I was, which was pure luck, to be told that there was an estate sale, and it wasn't far away, and I did find it. So I want to, I'm so happy to be able to share the goodies with you, because I see this being used so beautifully in your mixed media art. Please consider spending some time browsing in my Etsy shop. I would appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be seeing you again with art on YouTube, and hopefully you will be browsing in my Etsy shop. The information for the shop is down below. It's called, all one word, all lowercase, Carol Martine Art. Bye now.